I don't know if I ever told you about the ghosts in my house that like I can't move anything without something falling. Like it honestly, it was funny for a little while and now it's like getting extremely aggravating. Like I can't move a single thing in this fucking house without something falling. Like I don't know what it is. I don't know why, but it's some of the worst energy ever in a fucking house, let me tell you. Fucking dead energies that just won't go away. Oh my God, are like the worst you could possibly have to deal with. His dead energy, because it's dead, you know, it's not alive anymore. It's very fucking dead. Oh. I forgot my coffee in the microwave. And my chair's broken. Holy fuck, I need a new life. Okay, everybody, I need a new fucking life. Where the whole goddamn world doesn't fall apart while I'm just trying to do a fucking reading. There we go. Do you think that could happen? Woo. Hasty energy out there today. I can feel it. You know what? I've had the best day. I've been doing like fucking arts and crafts all day. Okay, all fucking day. Started off arts and crafts, and it's gonna finish with arts and crafts. And I know somebody was mad at that. Energy was mad at that. Like, yo, honestly, I don't understand. Like, I wasn't just doing arts and crafts. Like, I was making new Oracle cards. I didn't buy them, by the way. I made them. I'm in the midst of making a new deck right now. And these have turned out so freaking cool, okay? It's like taking me, you know, half an hour to do a card almost, which is actually like pretty good, to be honest. My one deck like each card took me fucking hours to do, so actually I should say that's pretty good. Okay, take what resonates, leave the rest behind. All right, if it doesn't resonate, don't take it. It's all gravy. Wait till the next message comes, because we're going to be doing a few messages today. I'm a little bit dizzy. I don't really know why, but we're going to fucking channel that shit and get it going, okay? You're bothering me sitting like that. Okay. These are the new cards. And you can't, like, I can shuffle them, to be honest. I didn't think I was going to be able to shuffle them, but I can shuffle them. I'm going to take one card for the reading, okay? Oh, look, we got one flipped. Look, they're already working like they're just regular cards. This is the reading card. So these are the new Oracle cards, all right? This is what I'm working on. And they're kind of like scrapbooking almost. Like scrapbook cards, kind of. Anyways, this card is about somebody getting secret readings on you. Oh, son of a bitch. What's this one? Oh, look at this is somebody having dreams about you. There's the dream catcher. And they're like kind of poppy outy. They're like 3D cards. Super cool. I don't know. I gotta say, I'm pretty fucking talented. Talking about you. Okay, look what else came down. Talking about you card. And like, see, you got 2 tickets there. 2 tickets to the fucking gun show. Yeah, somebody I would say is talking about you. Okay. They could have got a tea leaf reading on you. They could have got, I don't know, some type of like witchcraft reading on you. They could have got their own tarot cards. Like, this person is making notes about you. Okay, I don't know what the fuck, why they're so obsessed much with you, but you got somebody obsessed with you. I gotta take it the way that I see it. And I didn't even see me doing that card as an obsessive card, because like you could do readings on people, you could watch for readings on people. Like, that's why we have fucking reading, is so then you can find out information, right? Whether it's about you or somebody close to you, right? It's not dangerous to do readings, but like, why does it have to be creepy? Why? The moon, it's like they can't figure out something about you, so they're asking around. I have not smoked very much weed, so just pardon me for a second. It's like they're confused. They're confused about you. But that doesn't answer why. Like, why? Why can't they just talk to you? I don't understand. But that's why we do tarot card readings. So when people don't talk to us, we can go, ha! I got a tarot reading on you. Hey, well, that's what this person did. So, well, Spirit just said to me, you might be getting a taste of your own medicine because you're doing all these readings about them. You're watching all these readings about them. And they might have just got a fucking reading on you too. Oh, my nose just got like crazy itchy. And I just heard slain. All I can hear is they say you're paranoid, but not if they're really setting you up. Like, you know what I mean? Paranoia is something that is naturally in us to allow us to see where fear is around us. So from the sounds of it, somebody, I don't know why. Okay, let me see. Why is this person getting readings on you? Mistreatment, left alone. Okay, so you are not talking to this person. You are not engaged in this person anymore. I'm looking at the book. Netherlands. Maybe you guys are Dutch. Maybe you live in the Netherlands. There's blind. Transportation. Asia. Small town. Sammy. Seed of life. Big city. And damaged wounds. So Sammy is the character from Reality Bites. Boss controlling woman, left out, demonically possessed. Okay, so like we got a big town. We have a small town and a big city here. Okay, transportation, blind. They might be following you around. Jesus. Yeah, they might be following you around because if you are in a small town, right, it's really easy to follow people around. And if you're in a big city, then you could be taking, if you're in a big city and you're taking like public transportation, they're probably on the public transportation with you. I don't know if this person works. I mean, I always try to understand stalkers. Like, how do you people make money? Because like stalking, that's a lot of time and effort. You know, like what are you guys doing for money? So, okay, boss woman controlling. Okay, so maybe you're, you might be like a hot shot career woman, okay, taking the train into the city every day. And now I'm getting girl on a train. You know, she starts to get obsessed with like this life of this woman that she sees on the train. Okay, people see your life and they could see you and they you know, they have no idea. They have a blind eye. They're looking through, you know, their whatever, you know, looking through their scope and they're not seeing much because either they're looking through a scope and they're seeing your life in too much detail, or you know, they're looking from afar and they can't really see you. So they're like making up things, which is why they're getting the readings. I don't think this person knows you. This might be a stranger. I just heard stranger danger. You could be dealing with somebody that has been really mistreated their whole life, very abused, and you know, so they're just fucking psycho. You know, like they got a glitch. They have a glitch, and their glitch is things that normal people wouldn't do. And what would a normal person do in this situation if they don't know you? They'd either just fucking straight out come out and talk to you, because that's the only way you can get to know somebody is if you just start talking to them. Okay. Or like, what was the question? How do they, if they like you, yeah, they're just going to either start talking to you, ask you out. Like that would be a normal person. Okay. Or they're just going to always, like you from afar, be your fan, whatever. Oh, but still continue their life. Because you could like somebody and never want anything to do with that. Like you could be like, oh yeah, fucking, hot ass motherfucker and E11, but never want to engage with them or hit on them or anything, right? But like you take notice of good looking people around you. Why wouldn't you? Okay, so I don't know, maybe this person is around you. Maybe honestly, I'm a server. Okay, that's basically what I do, server bartender. And I'm a chatty Cathy. I talk with people all the time. That's what I do. Some people, if they don't really know what a nice person is, they'll just automatically assume you're hitting on them. Even old men. They will kind of look at me like, why are you talking to me? And I'm like, why are you sitting at a bar in front of a bartender if you don't want anybody to talk to you? People who sit at bars are very lonely people. If you sit at a table, you're not lonely, you're independent, you're doing your own thing. But if you sit at a bar, like we used to call that the penalty box. Because like, why are you sitting at the bar? It's like they don't get up, they stay there the whole fucking game. They fucking piss and shit in themselves if they had a fucking diaper on, right? It's like you're sitting at a bar, but you don't want anybody to talk to you. Why the fuck are you sitting at a bar? Why are you even trying to be seen then if you don't want anybody to talk to you? And then just because somebody talks to you, to think that everybody's attracted to you because they're talking to you, again, loco. Okay, so this person, you might have crossed paths with them in some way and was like overly nice to them in their mind because they've been abused their whole life, narcissistic energy around them. Okay, they see whatever you do and they like think it's like the biggest deal in the world because no one's ever been nice to them. Okay, so below, see how this is? I did these cards like as above, so below, right? So the so below, this is under the surface. You're not seeing this person. Stay at home parent. They stay at home for some reason. Like they're like, they could be on disability, I just heard. So that's why they have some, that's what I mean. Like, how does this person make money? Okay, well, there it goes. They're on disability. Something like that. They could have like, hurt themselves, got a check or something. I also do believe that this person had some type of like abusive stay-at-home parent. Okay, so you like open up the door to like niceness and they gravitate towards that. They get, searching for something. Like they're constantly pushing their energy onto people trying to find something. And then when they found you, it was like, they want to try, maybe they're trying to do all these readings on you so then they can try to read you like an open book, so then when you speak, they can know everything about you. And that like, why? Honestly, my sister and I, we have our own language. Because we've been together. I'm 39. She's older than me. So I've known her my whole life. She's known me. Well, she was like 2.5 when I was born. Maybe 3 when I was born. Something like that. Yeah, I think she was 3 when I was born. And she's all I know in this whole world. Okay. I don't have family now. So she's all I know. So we have our own language. And the other day, we have like names for things sometimes. Like if you go to IKEA used to name their furniture. And my sister actually took that seriously and started calling her furniture that name. So funny. So anyways, it led to us calling the remote control Ramon. I don't know. They had Steve, Dave, and Ramon. Steve was the TV, Dave was the table, and Ramon was the remote. Ramon, remote, right? So I love doing accents. Always have as a kid. I can't even hear an accent without starting to mock it instantly. I don't know why. Apparently it's my empathy. I don't know. Anyways. So me, with my accents, with Ramon, okay, I started using a Spanish accent and calling it Ramon and rolling my tongue. So I asked the other day for Ramon, and she was like, what are you, and we haven't used that word so long. Why? What is that? And all of a sudden she had to like trace it back to where Ramon came from, where Ramon came from, to remember that it wasn't Ramon, it was Ramon. And then we had Steve and Dave, and it was like everything just came back. Like, oh, that's right, because we used to name things. Like, I mean, why would you want to call the TV remote when you can call it Ramon? or Steve, or, you know, Dave, right? Where the fuck is Dave, right? It's so much funnier than saying, where's the remote? Like, honestly, if you're bored in life, name your shit, because people don't know what you're talking about. So why this person wants to skip that? Like, why would you want to skip that part of learning your own language together? Because that's what you're going to do. Okay, in any partnership, you end up learning your own language. I mean, you do it with people like, okay, I started working with this girl not too long ago with one of my contracts I was doing. And it was like the second we started working together, it was like we knew each other for our entire lives. Okay, I had a nickname for her instantly. Okay, I didn't call her name. I called her Rye instantly. Okay, get this, I was calling her the wrong name for the first 2 weeks I worked with her, until I looked at her name on the thing, and I was like, oh, I thought her name was Ray Lee. Turns out it's Riley, but I'm pretty much, you know, half fucking deaf. I can't really hear. So here I am calling her Ray, but then I short formed it to Rye almost instantly. So I was actually calling her Rye instead of Ray. And then one of my bosses went, Riley. And I went, it's Riley? And she goes, yeah, I told you about 300 times, but I don't think you hear me. I was like, I felt so bad. Like, but she didn't care, because apparently she just knew right away I was deaf and to not take anything I did seriously. And we had the best friendship, because I don't try to hurt people. I never hurt people. And if I do, I don't do it purposely. Right. And sometimes spirit will like make me call something out on somebody like instantly. They're like, I don't even know. And if they're not cool with it, they will fucking hate me. Like this gift comes with shit. OK, it comes with its own like bag of tricks. OK, where it can fuck me over, too, because I can end up saying something and it could just blow somebody's mind. Like I watched this movie the other day, and I picked up this line in the movie, the only line that I picked up in the entire fucking movie. And I thought, well, there's no way that the person who said it, you know, that would have been like, they didn't actually say it. Obviously that was their character, but like it blew my mind. So I told him about it. And then he was like, I did write that. And I was like, well, that's a psychic for you. That's the only line I pick up, thinking that he didn't write it. And then he actually did write it, because that is his mind that's saying it. And I do believe that what he's, you know, it's just, I think what spirit is trying to say is don't jump past those little things, those laughing moments, those times where you get to know somebody, those times where you get to know like what somebody calls a fucking remote. Those are times that you then are now experiencing with them that you can then look back on, right? That's the best thing about relationships, when you start to look back on things like, oh man, remember when I first started talking to you, or remember when we did this back in the day, like right when we started dating. Like those are the precious gem points of relationships. Those are the things that make you do those times in your relationship again and again and again. Not to relive it, but to show that you're still connected and still doing it. And that's the language that you're speaking together. Okay, like yes, we have English, French, whatever fucking your native tongue is. But once you get with somebody, partnership, sexual, romantic, kid, language doesn't matter. You get your own language. And you start speaking and nobody can understand you. And then they think, okay, well, I'm not cool enough to understand you. It's like, no, you're not cool enough to make a fucking language with me. Why do you got to see it as you don't know this language, so you're not cool, when it's not your language? Like, you want to learn it, I'm sure you can fucking learn it. Like, we lived with this guy, my sister's ex-boyfriend, and we were really into When a Man Loves a Woman, okay? And I call, who's that man in that movie? Andy Garcia. I call him Paper Towels, okay? Because in the movie Paper Towels, oh my God, see? In the movie When a Man Loves a Woman, he freaks out because there is no paper towels in the house. Where's the paper towel? Like, he's freaking out about the paper towels, okay? And he's yelling at Amy. Amy is his nanny, okay? And he's yelling at Nanny, or what did I say? What did I call Amy? He's yelling at Amy. Amy, where's the paper towels? The fucking paper towels. Okay, and the kids are screaming. The pop is seeping into the carpet. Andy Garcia's freaking out. Okay, so Amy, when we started living in Calgary with this guy, we were yelling Amy all day. We were going, Amy, Amy. Okay, I don't know why. Again, it's your language. Why you say the things you do, who the fuck cares? You're in the moment, enjoy it. And then finally this guy, okay, we're sitting at the table, we're having dinner, because that's what we started doing right away, you know, started having dinner together as like a little family. And he was like, okay, guys, who is Amy? He was so like, I was wondering when it was going to come out. I really was. I was like, he's going to ask us about Amy. And Courtney's like, it's fine. Like, we'll explain it when we have to explain it. We don't explain things until people ask. You know what I mean? It's like, it's weird. But people are allowed to be weird. Why not? I don't understand why. But I think why people might not want you to be weird is because they don't want people to look at you weird. But everybody's weird. Why do you care? People are going to look at you no matter what. If they're not looking at you because they think you're attractive, they're looking at you because they think you're ugly, they're looking at you because they think you're weird. What's the difference of the three? I mean, I would prefer not to be ugly or weird, but I like the weird category, to be honest. Like, I'm 39. The way that I dress, the way that I act, it's like questionable to people. They look at me like, how? Because I have white hair, you know, so sometimes they think I'm like 60 years old. And I'm like, how could I? But I mean, facelifts, you never fucking know. Okay. That's also about my wisdom. So I think, hey, if you think I'm like in my 50s, like good for me. Okay. Good for me. But at the same sense, they look at me like I'm fucked up because I can still shop at teenage stores because I'm super fucking skinny. So I can still fit into shit that 16-year-old girls wear. Okay. Thank God. Right. So then my style is like, okay, but I thought you were adult, but I'm not really, but I want to dress the way that I am, so why the fuck do I care about, right? But if someone's going to be like, oh, well, you're 40 years old, you need to dress a certain way. Ew. So I have to go to Ricky's now? I have to go to fucking the old lady stores because of my age? Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Right? Stereotypes. Stereotypes. Be careful of them. Naive, okay? Be careful of them because... let me tell you, I don't know, whoever's getting ratings about you, like, they're trying to figure out a lot about you. And the thing is like, that's the naive way to do it. Why spy? Why spy? Right? Like, I don't understand when like, obviously you're right there. You could just answer their questions. You could just talk to them. But for some reason, they're playing like creepy, you know, like they're actively being creepy. And that's why it's kind of like weird, you know, like it's weird. Like, we got to look at the bigger picture here. Like, why do they need to know so much? They're, like I said, like Spirit just said it again, like they're missing out on asking you. Why don't they want to ask you the questions? Right? At the lake. Healing. Did they follow you to a lake? Did you go to a lake recently? Because they might have followed you there. Or this person lives by the lake. Maybe you live by the lake. Small town by the lake. We have a little lake. And we call it Little Lake. It's in town. I don't really live near it. But, like, I mean, I could walk to it if I wanted to. It'd take me about a half an hour. I don't know. Maybe they live by the lake and you're, like, around the corner or something? Maybe you drove by them at the lake and they were like, whoa, who the fuck are you? There's United Kingdom. There's America, Northern States, and the Fool. So, I mean, take what resonates. Ringleader. Landlord. Ew, 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 ew. 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 I mean, I'm only saying ew because, like, my landlord is, like, 70 years old. He's the most, like, disgusting man in the entire world. Pretty sure he's a registered pedophile, which I find out from somebody else who lives here. We have ringleader with landlord and stormy with romantic. So, like, okay. When I moved into this apartment, I immediately had this bad feeling that I was being watched. So what I ended up doing was I took white tape and I covered all the lights. You can, like, the light still shines through, but if there's anything in any of the bulbs or if there's anything in the smoke detector, because, like, for the most part, cameras will have like a light that tells you, you know, they are recording, but they're also the imaginary, well, not imaginary, but, you know, the other type of like camera where they can, you know, break into your Ring cams. I check your Ring cams. If you've got that Ring app, go into your settings where it says registered devices. Be careful, because my device the other day, I had never looked at it before. I've had this Ring for fucking 2 years now, and I had never looked at it. And there was probably 20 signed in devices to my Ring cam. I had no idea. It is now on a 2-step authorization through an app. So like, I mean, because 2-step authentication, you know, that stupid shit that they tell you to do, it means absolutely nothing. People can still break into your account. But there's actually authenticators that the app will send the authentication code to that app that is then locked, and then you get into your apps that way, which I do. I don't have any open apps in my phone ever. Everything is under lock and key. Okay. So just be careful, you know, like if you just moved into a new place and you kind of feel like eyes on you or some shit, this could be somebody watching you. That's what these tarot readings are. Technically, there's somebody watching you. They're like live sessions. Okay. And when my Ring cam is not active, if I'm not doing anything with it, the main one that's in the living room, I will cover up. They can probably still hear, but I don't care if hearing is not seeing. Okay. So be careful. If like, I mean, literally because it says Ring, you know, like I'm getting Ring cam, you know, like I'm getting that app. And with Stormy, it kind of seems like if somebody asked you out, like maybe you're going to get in a situation, your landlord asks you out, and you know the saying, don't shit where you eat. That's where that would come into play. Okay. And if you see some creepy shit, I mean, you can always, like, I'm pretty sure Amazon has them. Bug devices. You know, you just go around your fucking apartment and you see if there's cameras and bugs. Like, it's not nowadays technology. If this was 10 years ago, I'd say like you might not find it, but now everybody like, I mean, if you can't find it in one place, you can find it in another. If you can't find it in one country, you can find it in another. You can get it shipped, right? Very different standards now on how people keep themselves safe and what, you know, the secret societies have allowed us to take it home, right? And we're allowed bug detectors now, so you might as well try it if that's what you see. You know, like, don't be naive about it. It's your living situation. And, you know, just because somebody appears nice, it doesn't mean that they are. And you could have had this greatest conversation with your landlord ever. Talking. Like, he reminded you of your father or your fucking grandfather or something like that. And he wants something a little different from you. Okay? Again, some people, they don't know how to read energy. They don't know how to just take a simple hello, you know, how are you doing? Simple conversation without blowing it out of proportion and saying, well, oh my God, I got to marry them. They like me. I'm going to love them forever. Like, why? You know, like, because a lot of it is, if you like them, they will like you. Okay. And that's dangerous ground. You should not just like somebody because they like you. Okay. What are we at? 50, okay, 29.57, eye for an eye. So, eye for an eye. That does possibly make me think that they are watching you. As I'm like staring at my snail right now. My little trumpet snail just came out. I think it had babies. Because there are these little baby trumpet snails in my tank, and like, I love snails. They eat a lot. They do really good with like eating waste and like leftover food and stuff, but like, if there's that many, they're gonna like multiply. They keep growing and they get pretty big. Okay. I hope this is resonating, people. Hope you're having a wonderful Friday. Asher's fuck am. There's the messages. What's up, everybody? Triple X. Okay, we're gonna pull one of my new cards that I'm making. I'm not done. I'm only made, like, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Lucky number 13. I didn't even mean to do that. Okay, and one flipped up, and I'm going to take it. We have the stolen card. Isn't it so cool? It's like an actual sign. Actually, you know what I should do? Right there. 1, 2, 3, light. Look at how fucking pimp daddy this card is. Oh my god. Oh, it's 3D, dude. So you can't really tell it's 3D, but anyways. Holy light. Stolen. Something was stolen from you. Something was stolen. There's slain again. You still gotta pay for your sins. What song is that? Feeling I Get? Yeah, Feeling I Get. Feeling I Get. You still gotta pay for your sins. Okay, so kind of seems like somebody stole something from you, and they're gonna be paying the price of that, like now. You know what I mean? Like they're gonna start paying today. Like they fucked with you, idiot. Spirit knows what's up. Fucking moron. Like, what did you do? Cancer. The big C. The big cunt. That makes me feel like whatever they took, it was big. You see those cards fall? We have bully. Ha, that makes sense. So they're a fucking big fat bully. Narcissist piece of shit. There's justice in reverse. Thief. There it is. That's right. That's upside down. Like a fucking thief in the night. And, you know, I'm going to keep it in reverse because the thing is that these things that they took from you, there's the vampire. Jesus Christ. Spirit is pissed about this. Okay, so whatever this person took, it was big. And they were dumb for doing it because they, honestly, okay, so I rewatched Deja Vu the other day. Good old Denzel. And in the end, well, near the end, he's in the apartment, in her apartment. He's cleaning himself up. And that's when he realizes, okay, he's already seen the future. And the future had his blood and his prints all over the scene. Therefore, going into the past to try to change the future was always what he was supposed to do. He didn't change anything. Okay, so that was the moral of the story that I got last night, because I feel like somebody's done witchcraft on me. But the thing is, whatever they did didn't change my life in any way. It was always supposed to be that way. You know what I mean? It was brought in through lifetimes. I knew they were going to do it. It was lined up for them not to do it. It was lined up for them to choose the bigger road, to choose not to do it, to know that I would find out about it again, like I always do. But they did it anyways. And Spirit would have known they were going to do it anyways. Therefore, we had anticipated them doing it, which means the entire world, the entire mission was about their sabotage. Right? because we knew it was going to happen. There's poison. Completely toxic. Okay, and there's witness. Gaslight. Jesus. And then the Ace of Cups. So, like, there's been a witness to this person gaslighting you as if you're not there. So that's what they did. They gaslighted you out of your own fucking life. This is a third party. They just watched. And they watched you lose everything while they gained everything, knowing that they were not supposed to be doing that. That they stole. You know, I had this monologue in my head this morning where these two guys were talking, and this girl was trying to get, okay, so she dated, we're gonna call the guys black guy, white guy. Okay, so this girl is trying to get back with black guy. Okay, black guy's best friends with white guy. This chick is also friends with white guy, but hasn't been friends with white guy for a while because she broke up with black guy, or black guy broke up with her, whatever. I don't fucking know. So these two guys are talking. The chick's trying to get back into the white guy's life, also into the black guy's life, but the black guy's not taking her. So she thinks, okay, I'm going to become and be friends with the white guy again. I'll get back into the crew, and then I can date black guy again. So this is the scenario. The fucking two dudes are sitting in a car. Black guy's talking to white guy. White guy says, oh, yeah, blah, blah, blah. Okay, which is obviously the chick name. Okay, is blah, blah, blah. Is trying to invite me to do this party, or trying to invite me here, trying to talk to me. And black guy sits there. He doesn't say anything until the white guy goes, I'm a little hesitant about it. And then the black guy goes, oh, perfect. Fuck that bitch. Don't talk to her. I don't want her around. Blah, 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 blah. He just waits for the white guy to say one thing. And then, boom, he can completely block everything. Okay? I hear this monologue literally as I'm, like, watching Deja Vu. Okay? And I get it in my head. And then all of a sudden, as he's going through the scene, and he said, I didn't change anything at all. And then that's when he realizes, holy shit, they're like in danger. Like this was always supposed to happen. This has to happen. This was always supposed to happen. Okay. That's when that monologue played in my head. And then all of a sudden I realized, I'm like, okay, whoever did me wrong, whatever they did, I wasn't ever supposed to be with that guy. I was never supposed to be in the group with that guy. Okay. Or any of his friends. And whatever witchcraft he did to keep me away from the group, he was always supposed to do, because I was never supposed to be a part of that group anyways. Okay? So he didn't change anything. His witchcraft, his spells didn't change anything. These people were automatically going to go against this chick. These people were automatically going to kick them out. The black guy was never going to take the white girl or the black girl or whatever the fucking girl is back. And the white guy was never going to take the friend back either. So the friend has to realize that there's nobody there for her. She has to leave. Okay, literally, because everybody that's there is toxic. Everybody that's attached to black guy and white guy is toxic. Okay, everything. That's obviously what this cup is. Okay, they're giving out poison. Maybe they're alcoholics. Okay, maybe they're fucking meth heads. Maybe they're, maybe they're fucking doing something. Maybe they're fucking drug addicts. But, whatever it is, they're passing around shit that you don't want to be a part of. It's toxic to you. It's poisonous to you. Okay, so whatever they did to keep you away, whatever they stole in order to get you away, they were always supposed to do, because that's what sabotage is. It's not like they get out of jail free card because we knew they were going to do it. No. This is still, well, fucking monkey is as monkey do. You know what I mean? You guys are still going to fucking follow each other around. You're still going to all fuck each other. What do they say about Hollywood? Everybody's fucking either fucking gay or an alcoholic. Honestly, like, that's some of these small fucking towns. Everybody's either fucking gay or an alcoholic. Okay? They're not in their lives because they want to be in them. They're in their lives because they're fucked and they've got no other choice. Okay, consider it that way. Whatever this person stole, whatever this person did, they're dumb, they're stupid. They took the law into their own hands. They did something that they shouldn't have. And whatever it is they did, they didn't need to do, because everything was going to get taken care of anyways. Plain and simple. Ugh. I'm going to leave this energy now. 41. I feel like I don't like this energy. Ugh. Conspiracy theories, gross. Honestly, whatever this group is, Spirit says, like, you're better off without them. You are better off without them. I take that very seriously. Okay. I'm going to do one more. Last theme. This one? This one? This one? Ooh, the dream card. Someone's having dreams about you. Never, not necessarily. But the dream card. I definitely have to still work on these cards a little bit. But it's a work in progress. Okay. Also, Dreamcatcher. The way that I am designing this deck, it's all about they. They did this to you. They did that to you. They're doing this. They're doing that. It's all about speaking about somebody that's around you. Okay? And now I'm getting that song, you know this much is true. Okay? So I know something's true. Spirit knows that something's true. Okay, and we're going to find out what that is. Okay, I'm being guided to take an animal spirit card, so I'm going to do that. The scarab beetle and the dove. Divine inspiration with regeneration. Divine inspiration with regeneration. I was thinking about the scarab beetle the other day. You know why? I was sketching to do some more tattoos on myself. And I was trying to sketch a butterfly. And I went to myself, damn, that looks like a beetle. Oh, I don't have the book in here. I'm like, damn, that looks like a beetle. And now the scarab beetle came out. So this was supposed to happen. I had a premonition about this days ago. So the scarab beetle is the one that is thought to roll the sun across the sky. Because, it rolls dung. It rolls in poop all the time, all the live long day. All it wants is poop. Generally from east to west, scarab-like jewels are placed in the tombs of the deceased relatives to give them power of the sun and to facilitate their resurrection. Ooh, resurrection. I like that word. I like that word in this reading. Okay, then dove. Peace. Divine inspiration. I just saw divine femininity. Also attached to sexuality as well. The dove has long been associated with feminine sexuality and maternity. Early pagans considered the dove a symbol of female sex organs and Christian faith, in which the dove is primarily a symbol of peace and divine inspiration, linked the dove to sexual reproduction. Although Christ was born of a virgin, he was conceived by the Holy Spirit, which is represented by the dove. In Greek mythology, Aphrodite, the goddess of love, was born from an egg nurtured by a dove. Wow. Okay. No wonder the fucking... I was going to say the alien cards wanted to come out. Animal cards, Whitney. Animal cards. That's like a big message. I don't really use these cards that much because it is such a big message that comes out with them, right? Scarab beetle, again, so something with the sun. Maybe you are appearing in somebody's dreams as very light, as like something they want to follow, as like a, I don't know, maybe your presence, okay, is illuminating them in some way, giving them light in a very dark place, okay, which is bringing them closer to you. Like somebody Okay, definitely for the feminines out there. We did a reading the other day where I said the feminines need to sit down and the masculines need to do their jobs. They need to get up off their ass, if they are, whatever this resonates, okay, and make moves happen. Because females are making these moves happen for these males, or for, you know, and it's a misrepresentation of the masculine role in a relationship. Okay, because the feminines are now used to working so hard, okay, that they have to sit down and allow the men to do their job, allow the masculines to do their masculines, feminines step into their feminines. Okay, so with this, I feel like there could be possibly a feminine, like a masculine around you that's embracing your feminine energy. Okay, what song was I listening to? I think it was, is it D12 friggin' hose? Because somebody goes, we're just looking for our future baby mamas. I'm getting that now. Future baby mamas. I don't know, maybe somebody's looking at you as like, you could be a good mother or something like that, or maybe they have kids and they're like, they're embracing your feminine energy, you know, like if it's masculines, then they're you know, maybe this masculine has a masculine child, right? And you know, maybe the mother is not around as much as maybe she should be, and then it's like they see you and they're like, okay, well, she's really like feminine, like I need a feminine for my son, or I need a feminine for my daughter, you know, like I'm not a feminine, like somebody's not a feminine, so they need the feminine to step in to do something. That's why I'm like, there's a reason why I said that. I'm not trying to say women step down, stop working. That's not what I said at all. Okay, financially women need to work, obviously, but I'm talking about this, like, this is the analogy, this is what's happening in the metaphysical. This is not what's happening in 3D. This is what hypothetically has to happen in order for the right energies to find one another. Right? Because if a feminine's in her masculine trying to look for a masculine, well, you're going to find a masculine most likely in his feminine, because you're feminine and you're masculine. A masculine won't mess with a feminine masculine. They'll go more or less with, they don't, put it this way, same with a woman. Like, are you really, if you're in your feminine energy, are you really going to want a man who acts like a woman? No. I mean, I don't know what you really want, but I'm just saying, hypothetically speaking, no. And as a man, if you're a man in your masculine energy, do you really want a woman acting like a man? No. Okay. There's this part of Weeds. I watched this fucking show like way back in the day, and she's dating this Mexican, I think he's the mayor. And he's a very masculine man, okay? And she, his girlfriend, I don't know if they're married yet, she starts wearing his deodorant, and he loses it. I'm not saying this person's going to lose it or anything. He loses it because she likes the smell of it so much, that's why she's wearing it. But then he goes, well, I'm not dating a man. You're not a man, you're a woman. Smell like a woman. And I'm not, okay, again, it was very eccentric. It was a very eccentric part. It was very, like, kind of borderline abusive scene, but it's coming up because it's true. It's like, you know, some people are like that. Some people don't, you know, some masculines don't want a woman who smells like a fucking dude. Okay. But some dudes wouldn't care. They'd be like, oh, you use my Irish Springs. That smells amazing. Okay. Others might be like, yo, you smell like a man. I don't want you to smell like me all day. They want, okay. I used to have this one guy. This is a little bit more, you know, on the skankier route. But if we ever did, you know, the morning routine, and obviously you go straight to work because there's no shower. Okay. He said he would smell me all day. And I'm like, in a bad way? Like, what the fuck? He's like, no. He's like, do you think you smell bad? I'm like, no. He's like, well, then why would you think I smell bad? And I'm like, I don't know. Question mark. But he could smell me all over him. Okay. He could smell me all over him. And that's, you know, like, do you want, you know, if you're a woman, do you want to smell another woman all over you? Like, do you want your man to spray your perfume and walk into a room? Like, probably not, right? So when we're ready to meet our, you know, divine partners, because there's divine energy here. Okay, if we're with the dove energy, if we're ready to meet our divine partners, that means that you are now placed in your energy. And the sun is coming out. and they're going to have dreams about you. Their dreams are going to bring them closer to you. They could be like daydreaming about you too. And there also is like this thing where you could be protecting them in your dreams. Could it be giving them like a lot of advice? And they need that. That's what they want. Oh my God, I just heard Sarah McLachlan. And she goes, yeah, a beautiful fucked up man. Yeah, I mean, everybody's a little fucked up, okay? Once you realize that and accept it, then, you know, and also, ladies, this could be a masculine coming towards you that has a very feminine side. Like they are emotional, they do wear their heart on their sleeve. They are what they say, you know, they carry a lot of feelings. And that could be also the message, right? So like they're picking up your divine feminine because they're a divine masculine. They're not afraid to show that you hurt them. They're not afraid, you know, to show you that you did something to them. Like other people would just, you know, other men, you know, that are not in their masculine energies, that are more in their feminine energies, might act like if you reject them in any way, right, they get all self-conscious about it. But this person, if you reject them in any way, like there's something that about them that you don't like, they're like, oh, well, are we going to get over this? Because I'm not changing, you know, because not everything you're going to love about your partner. Okay. There's going to be things that are going to happen that, I mean, I was talking to this one guy and him and his girlfriend sleep in like opposite rooms because he night walks. He sleeps. He night sleeps, night walks. What do you call that? Sleepwalk? Yeah. Sleepwalk. He sleepwalks. Okay. And he can't lay in bed with his girlfriend. And actually, they're married now. He's like, we've slept in separate rooms for years. Like, he's like, how else would we have ever been able to be together if she didn't accept that I had to sleep on my own because I could potentially, you know, wake up her, you know, every single night, all night, right? Because sometimes if you wake up acting your dreams out, like, okay, this one time, where I was living was really, really, really sketchy. And I thought at any point in time, somebody could sneak into my window. So I was sleeping with a knife under my bed. And in this place that I lived, there was so much spiritual activity that is not good. Okay. And like, it was a very like haunted land. And I woke up one night in the middle of the night, swinging my knife around. There was nobody in my room. But as I was waking up, because I was in the dream, right? So I'm waking myself up from a dream with a knife in my hand, swinging it around. And I look around and there's nobody there that I can see. But I've also fought ghosts my whole life. I've seen ghosts, I've fought ghosts, I've been terrified of ghosts. So I know when I'm getting, like, obviously in my dreams, I get attacked in my dreams a lot. I get hurt in my dreams a lot. I get molested from my father a lot. I get raped in my dreams. I get abused all the time. So I will sometimes act that out. And I don't know, like, what is happening. So if you're somebody like that, you know, don't keep any weapons around your bed, okay? Don't keep anything around you that could, you know, make you, I mean, apparently the way that my dreams are, it's under the category of such heavy PTSD. They call it from war battle. My PTSD, they say, is what soldiers carry when they come home from war. I never knew that. It took me years to figure out that I didn't actually go to war, but I think I did. You know what I mean? Like, I think that there was something that I fought, and I don't know what it is, but my PTSD is so bad that I probably will have it for my whole life. But it's one of those things that you know what is fucking with you, you know, like, you know, and as long as you can understand yourself, then the ones around you and the ones who will love you will understand who you are as well. And if they don't, then they'll try to change you and they'll try to say whatever's going on is not going on and it's just your paranoia, right? Again, They say that you're paranoid, but not if they're really setting you up. Like paranoia, again, it's from something else. It's if you really know how to read paranoia, you know that sometimes your back is against the wall and there is somebody out there that wants to hurt you. And trust me, you're human. Okay, you make mistakes, things happen. You could cut somebody off in traffic. My sister cut somebody off in traffic once in the city, and then actually he cut her off. She gave him the finger. He followed us for 30 miles. To the point where actually this trucker finally helped us. He blocked off this SUV so that he couldn't follow us anymore. But he was hyper stalking us for, I almost had 911 on the phone because it was road rage. It was to the point where like we tried to get off the highway, on the highway. We tried to get into collectors, move into the, we tried to switch highways. We tried to do everything. And this person was on our ass and he cut us off. Technically, he put our lives in danger, but she had to give him that middle finger. My sister, she's a little bit of a rocket ship sometimes, okay? And she does things and I have to go and then maybe that's why I'm a little tougher than her because she is my sidekick. So if she flips somebody off, for the most part, I'm the one that's, because she runs at people and she's only like 120 pounds. I've only got maybe 15 pounds on her, maybe. Okay, so my damage isn't going to be much more than hers, but like we have this rage in us. And you got to understand why rage is here. Rage is inside of you for your ultimate protection. Because when it comes out, bitch, you can lift a car off somebody. You know what I mean? Because it's adrenaline. It's rage mixed with adrenaline to keep you safe. Makes you look like a fucking raging psycho, but raging psycho doesn't get raped. Raging psychos, don't get kidnapped because you're screaming at an ultimate rate and kicking that if that motherfucker even tries to come near you, they're gonna get hurt. Okay, so where did that just come from? I saw my sister in the background there. I don't know where that just came from, but I don't know. Maybe you got to learn like where to step into your power, where to step into your energy. Maybe you are going to meet a divine masculine who's in his masculine energy. So you don't have to be in yours anymore. So then you don't have to, be at threat level midnight all the time because you have no idea what's going to happen because the world is full of psychos. Blessed be. Here we go. You know what I mean? Fucking psychos, somatics, fucking everywhere. Okay, fucking tell me that there isn't, and I'll say that you're lying. So, what are we at? 58, 51? 58, 53? Okay. I think I'm going to call it a day. Well, quits from this one, and then I think I'm going to come back in a little while and do some more. Okay, for the next group of people. So, thank you for watching. And if you want a personal reading, whitneymoonshine@gmail.com. I will put that in the description box below. I don't think I've done that yet, but I will do that. And you can check out my About section. There is my Instagram link as well, if you want to check me out there. And yeah, have a great Friday night if I don't see you again. Thanks for being here. Thanks for liking the video. Peace. Word to your mothers. Be good, be nice, be clean.